Hey, what's up, you crazy gamers and geeks? This is Bryan Donihue, your one-legged GM, and you are watching Season 2, Episode 10 of The Misadventures of the Restore Corps, The Rise of the Ruby Queen. Now, before we jump into things, I do have one quick announcement. I will be in Muskegon, Michigan at MuskeCon this Saturday, March 19th, 2022, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now, that is this Saturday coming up as of this episode dropping. So come out and see us. I will be there. Several members of the cast will be there. And frankly, there will be a whole lot of other cool vendors and cosplayers there as well. It's a great little local con in Muskegon, Michigan, held at the new Delta by Marriott Conference Center, Event Center, whatever the heck they're calling that place. But again, come check us out this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now, before we do get started, make sure you do smash that like button. Not enough of you are smashing that like button, so please smash that like button. Comment down below. And yeah, without any further ado, on with the show. So we are back with Season 2 of Misadventures of the Restore Corps, The Rise of the Ruby Queen. Here's hoping we can actually prevent that rise of the Ruby Queen, or, you know, at least stop it when it happens.
We're so going to fail.
I mean, what's the worst that happens? You have to write another novel explaining how, like, one of the other teams actually saves the day?
It's not like I don't have stories already lined up to be written. Come on now. All right. So, yeah. So as we left off, you folks were in this area here around the pool. Vlad had fortunately not gone nuclear after getting hurt. Glitch was basically recovering very, very quickly and slowly climbing out of the pool, eventually needing a wardrobe. Well, eventually needing a wardrobe. There wasn't much left. And 42 had duct taped, quote unquote, the
I fixed it.
You really fixed that metal door in place. So much so that it looks like it's, well, part of the seam isn't there anymore. So with that, yeah, let's get started. 42 had seen on the on one of the monitors a doorway that looked pretty banged and beat up, like somebody had been trying to get in but hadn't been able to, with no indication as to where that camera actually was. What you have before you is the large room that you're in, which I believe is... it's basically a square about 4 wide by 4 long, so it's a big room. Mm-hmm. Very tall. The 2 hallways, one to the north, one to the south, both of them end in doors that are closed.
I thought the door to the north was open now because they came through it.
I mean, it's blocked with rubble.
and a grenade was shot at them, so they didn't have time to close it.
Well, they were technically partway down that hallway when the grenade went off on them, which is why there was so much, well, death and destruction.
They're parts.
Parts is parts, definitely. So yeah, you know what? I'll rule that the doorway to the north is standing open, although a haze, it's only been a few seconds, so there is a haze of smoke and burnt flesh in the air.
Neuro haze? Harold Neuro haze?
I look over at Vlad and Goat, who's currently gnawing on someone, and go, hang out here and kind of fix yourself up. And if somebody starts banging through the door, give us a heads up.
He very gladly kind of nods as he's gnawing because he's really hurt and really needs the sustenance at this point. So
can Glitch take a point at this point?
Yeah. So Vlad and the bodies are over here with the wreckage of the equipment and the folding table that Gruff went through.
Called River Game.
Anyways.
I did take the laptop that works.
Yes, you took the one working laptop, yes.
No reason to leave good technology behind.
That's right. So, which way are you going?
Well, north is where they came from.
I want to go north.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, because I botched it with the shotgun, I'm going to put the shotgun back against the bag and pull out the broom, take out the lead, and I'm just kind of muttering kibbles and bits and bits and bits as I'm walking down the hallway.
That's fair. Make sure that I'm actually on the...
This is a little gross.
Good. Worked.
We've cleaned up worse.
I'd like to roll to change my mouth into a human mouth and throat.
Give me that roll.
We have cleaned up after Boomer enough times that this isn't anything new.
Yeah, but we didn't do it.
That is a 16 on the die for judgment. And so that's a 17 and a 16. That's a 33, which I made it.
Yeah. Yep, you made it.
I don't know who this we you're talking about is. I just opened a door and played with the computer.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, that's right. I did change back into a human. Also, please don't send those in the chat. I can't see them. Yes, I did change. I was human, and I was putting my clothes back on.
Yes, that's right.
So I'm actually just moving back into the room and following down the hallway now.
Okay. So what order are you going down the hallway?
I'm hanging back with Vlad.
Glitch up
Be
front.
Okay.
I'll be like third.
I'll be in the back if you want. That's fine.
Okay.
Gives
so
me
Glitch
more
up
running
front.
room.
Who's behind Glitch?
I guess I'll be behind Glitch with the MP5.
Okay, so Glitch, Imp, 42, that leaves Neuro, and then Gruff.
We always find it safest to have Neuro with less of an obstruction.
Sapling, are you joining us?
I am going to check in with Vlad really quick before I proceed with the party.
All right. So as you approach that room, you notice that there is a lot of water at the end of it. It's that same nasty, brackish water, of course. Doesn't appear to be deep as usual, but it appears to be just nasty. And it is covering basically that doorway and all the way kind of into the room. Give me a survival awareness for, well, everybody at this point. And or spot hazards probably is a good idea too. Because I'm assuming you guys are looking at this point.
Uh, 51. No, 52.
Okay.
93 on spot hazards.
Nice.
I gotta do math.
69 for survival awareness.
Okay.
Uh, 79 for awareness.
Okay. All right. So as you enter this room, let me find the right room. So this, as you're entering it, it looks to be a chapel. It's about 2 wide, just over 4 long. The floor of rough, the same rough-hewn stone that's throughout. It has a vaulted ceiling. It's almost 4 high. This is taller than anything else that you've seen yet. It's a very tall. The area is very well lit by some more of those odd lanterns that you have seen before.
I'm the only one who thinks these places are really big on the inside. It's like that. It's like that. Those barons of time.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I just wish they could have put in a better drainage system.
Right? No one thinks about these things. No, the Romans, they thought about it.
Yes.
Hey, Brian, I got a 65 on the spot hazard, and I got a 98 on the survival awareness.
Okay.
And these are those magical lanterns that you were talking about, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
As you guys enter, there's a very heavy presence in this area, and there are some simple, very simple wooden benches that are towards the north end of the hall, so up in this direction. And a lot of them are, of course, rotting away because they've been sitting in water for a long time. And there is also a wooden, wouldn't call it an altar, more of a kneeling bench.
Oh.
That is actually on dry land, although it has certainly seen better times. All of it very, very crude wooden construction.
Is there any iconography?
Give me a survival awareness.
48.
I really want to make a joke about the sound of windows coming through, but about windows opening up, but I'm not going to. Yes, you do. As you look closer, you do see the cross and early Christian symbols around on various. Forget the name of it. It's a similar style to what you have found before in the.
Is that the triple cross where it has like the 3? Or is it a standard, or is it a Gothic?
I'm trying to remember what would be period appropriate.
Quick, gaggle it. Just kidding.
I could, but that will take me down too many rabbit holes. So it would be a style that is appropriate for the approximate age of this, which is early. What'd you figure that at least early 1900s, late 1800s? So
it would still be the kind of traditional style, I would imagine.
Yeah.
What we think of as a bog standard.
Yeah, it'd probably be a bit of a Gothic, or
probably a bit of a Gothic. Very ornamental Catholic looking.
Oh.
Only
hey, Neuro. Every
Oh.
time we've touched these, bad things have happened.
Yeah, I'm not touching that.
Yeah. Just a thought. You might want to kneel on that.
Well, can you do that?
Do you want me to
thing
clean it up for you first?
Can you do
Yeah, brush it off real quick.
Can't you do that thing from last time there was a heavy presence? I mean, it seemed like you were talking to yourself, but...
No, I think it's your turn.
So, Glitch, do you actually go use the broom on the kneeling bench?
I've seen your judgment score.
I will make that judgment roll.
I'm sorry, my audio cut out there for a second. What did I miss?
Imp said that he's seen Glitch's judgment score, that he definitely did go brush it off. But Glitch is going to roll. Give me a judgment roll.
I rolled 14 plus 8 is 22.
Yeah, you start walking towards the prayer bench, the kneeling bench, and the. Okay. As you brush it off, Sapling is wishing she was with you right now.
It's fine. I'm
As
oblivious. It's great.
As you brush it off, the wood picks up a very clean sheen to it, as if all the dust and particles have come off of it. And it looks very clean, very almost polished, legitimately.
See, we cleaned it up for you.
Don't step on my role on this team.
I will walk over and at least touch it with my finger.
No, you got to kneel. It's a kneeling bench.
Okay.
I want to.
As you touch it, it seems to be made of wood.
Okay. Now I'll kneel on it.
Okay. Give me an HEC roll, please.
Oh, that does not look good. Oh, I forgot about how old my HAC is. 21.
21 total?
Yeah.
Okay. As you kneel on it, how are you kneeling? Kind of one knee down, then the other knee down? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. As you put the second knee down on it, you hear a loud creaking crack, and it cracks in on itself, and you tumble away and fall on the floor, getting yourself dusty. You don't take any damage, but you are certainly kind of stunned that what looked like solid wood is now busted, kind of shattered, actually.
I was going to make
Is
a
this
joke that
like
you should have
one
to
of
make
those-
like a health roll to see how long you can stay kneeling.
Is this one of those like behind that which is not what it seems kind of moments? I'm going to start looking at the wall behind it.
Okay. Give me a survival awareness.
82. Yeah, 82.
Okay. You do not find anything other than the walls that just, there's not really much even ornamentation on these walls. These are very plain walls for what looks like a chapel. You know, you're used to some ornamentation, some decoration. You're not even seeing any decoration on the wall or any carvings. And the wall behind that wall that far in appears to be smooth.
What about the floor? Some chapels do have a baptism.
This is all very It's all rough hewn. It's all, well, fairly level. Obviously, there are low spots because there's water in the low spots. But where you're at, where that is at, it's dry.
And up here, they wouldn't bother putting a baptism in. If they were going to do a baptism, they would just go over to the river, or actually Catholics, they would do sprinkle. So it'd be a sprinkle of holy water. The full dip tends not to be a Catholic thing.
Well, you had your fun. Now it's your turn to do your thing.
What am I supposed to talk to? I mean,
I don't know. Last time there was a heavy presence like this, you were talking to yourself. So
no, I was talking to the fountain.
Oh, you say?
Oh no, the pedestal.
I walk over
What's
to
the
the
pedestal?
cross. I walk over to the cross and I just look at it.
There are crosses. Impasse, if there are crosses, if there's any symbols or iconography, there are crosses kind of carved into the wooden bench, into the legs of the wooden benches, and also into the front.
Oh,
there are 3 crosses carved into the front of the prayer, the kneeling bench. Well,
sorry,
there's now a cross and a half carved into the front of the kneeling bench.
I thought there was like a statue in front of everything.
No.
Oh, this might not be anything in here. I think this is
walk
just
over to the bench then.
Okay.
And I just go, "Hey, bench, how are you doing?"
It's been a rough day. Someone just broke me. Just kidding.
Are you doing that to the
like Sapling?
Are you doing that to the prayer, to the kneeling bench, or to one of the other ones that are in the one of the sitting ones in the main part of it?
The prayer bench specifically.
Okay. You wait for a little bit and you get no response.
Oh, usually with these things, you gotta.
I don't think this bench wants to talk.
Probably not.
Our conversation so far has been quite wooden.
Been there. I will kneel where kneel down where the prayer bench would be now.
Okay.
And I'll go. So I'm not sure who's here. It's you or somebody else, or maybe one of your people that work with you. But normally to talk, you have to, be like this and kind of doing stuff. So I figure if you want to help us out, like we're trying to keep, everything from being destroyed, and who knows? Maybe this works.
Give me a faith roll.
I want the Ruby Queen to answer him so badly.
Right. Part of me wants to say, can I use my deity's negotiation bonus? Yeah, no. That's a 23 in total.
You get the heavy presence kind of goes away, and now there's nothing.
Huh. I tried. I did my thing.
And the rest of you that are in that room actually noticed that heavy presence, that sense of heaviness that was there, all of a sudden is gone.
Was it heavy, like oppressive, or was it like the last one where it was kind of like just serious and like solemn heaviness?
Sapling is not in the room.
I know Jessie's asking. Listen.
Oh, well,
I was
Sapling's
gonna
not in
say-
the room, so
Maybe
it's hard to
Sapling
answer
should
that
catch
question.
up then.
I haven't
Instead of
been given
watching
an
a-
opportunity. I'm trying to be a leader, okay? Back off.
You're leading from way behind at this point.
From 2 rooms back.
Checking on
Well, Imp,
one of my guys here.
well, Imp is having the conversation with himself / the bench.
Mostly.
I would be sweeping up the mess that I kind of helped make with the wood pieces.
I'm
Just
sitting
kinda
down on a
sweeping
pew.
and just kind of sweeping the floor, kind of cleaning everything up a little bit. Just because I made a mess.
Okay. So you're sweeping around the prayer branch with the
Where I'm
the-
kneeling.
where he's kneeling,
I would be
because that's where the mess is. While you think about that, Gruff, give me an HEC roll, please.
Mm-hmm. It's a 35.
Okay. You're just barely able to catch yourself as the bench that you sit on rots out from under, collapses underneath of you from rot. You barely avoid landing on your butt in the water. And the rest you kind of turn around and go, there's a very, as he sits, there's a very loud crack. And yeah.
So rotten bench.
I would sweep up a little bit before Imp got into position.
Okay. All right. As you pass over the pieces, they actually go away.
I think we might be done in this room. We got to go find that door.
Yeah. Mind you, I barely stepped into this room. I've let you all walk through that water. I've just kind of been looking up, watching this just
Legit. Yeah. Hip waders. We got to get you some hip waders.
Gosh, we all need gators.
I really don't actually need the ones that go up to the hips. Yeah, up to the hips.
That'd be neck waders for 42.
I don't know. I think it'd just be hilarious seeing 42 with overall hip waders on.
They do make child sizes, so
Yes,
I mean,
yeah, but I don't exactly have the build of a child.
that is true.
I will. I'll go ahead and get up and start making my way across the room again.
Okay.
Yeah, I will head towards the door.
Rest of you following?
Your turn.
All right.
I'm gonna lean against the wall for a minute.
Okay. After everybody leaves, or
Yeah, just in the chapel. Yeah, I'll just sit there for a couple minutes longer.
okay. All right. Are you waiting, trying to see something, trying to feel something, trying to?
No, I'm gonna smoke a joint.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
I was just about to say regain your calm. I was right.
Okay. So as Gruff sparks up, the rest of you wander
South.
So going back
South.
through the hallway. I'm pausing
Yeah.
in case you want to make an edit note.
Sure.
Do I see name tags?
I'm
Name
not searching
tags.
through that.
I'm looking for the name Reese.
He's talking about on the corpses.
Give me a survival awareness roll if you're looking. And how much are you looking? Like, how hard are you looking?
I'm just trying to make a joke.
Don't play with it. Don't.
Okay, we
Were
won't.
you trying to find Reese's pieces?
Yes.
Hmm.
That was way too much effort for that joke.
I raised the MP5 up. Like, it's so easy. It's so easy.
Yep. All right. So
Sorry about that.
it's fine.
Can I interject, because obviously there's not going to be a chance to role play this, but I do have an off-screen check-in with Vlad. And then rejoin the party if he's cool.
Yeah, he's absolutely fine. He's just taking some time to make sure he gets himself under control after the near terrifying incident.
We all recover
what's
our
left.
soul pool in different ways.
Find what's left of his humanity.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I'm trying to regain some soul pool with sparking
You
up.
do that?
That's fair.
That's actually very fair. I will let you roll as soon as you're done.
Fair enough.
I don't know if
Okay.
there's any like role play value, but I would do like a sense motive or whatever. But we don't have to do that. I mean, it's just what Sapling would do.
He's legitimately just trying
He's in
to
control of
stop.
himself, though.
Yes. Because it was a he realized it was a very, very near thing. So it put things into perspective. So, all right. So are you going to rejoin the party then when they come out into that main fountain room?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to sit out the whole session with Vlad, so yes.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Well, you get there, and as you kind of walk in, you realize that Gruff is not there. You kind of look back down, and you realize you look down the hallway, you see him against the wall, smoking a joint.
Okay, don't take too long.
Why did I leave my flask in the van? All right.
All right. So, it takes not very long for Gruff to finish.
No, I only smoked about half of it and then kind of just like tamp it out.
All right.
It'll take most of us that time just to regroup.
You're not wrong.
All right.
Go ahead and give me a judgment roll then, Gruff.
Mm-hmm. That is a 16 plus 17. That's a 30.
3.
33 again?
33.
Yeah, 33 again.
So plus 6 back to your soul pool.
Hey, I'm back to full.
All right. So, yeah. So you guys are in kind of that main area here, looking south. There's another door. This door is actually still closed, not blown open, and there's no kibbles and bits going down the hallway. So who's leading? Who's taking point down that hallway? The same order?
Same order.
Okay. Sapling, where are you fitting in the order? Are you at the very end then, or?
Sure. And I'll just say, was there anything up in the other room?
No, just a little.
There were some
chapel.
benches.
There
were benches, and they were very weak. They cracked after like Neuro touched one, and it was not good. I sat on one, almost fell over.
That's not great.
It would have made the company blooper reel.
Tim tried talking to himself again.
You know what? I am going to. You keep talking about me talking to myself. I'm going to tell my grandma not to bring cookies this year if you keep that up.
Ow.
Ooh.
You want to give up those cookies?
You're gonna deprive Neuro's kids and honey.
Yes,
I will. I am that spiteful.
Ooh.
Neuro, I can't have cookies because you mess up. We're gonna have words.
So what he's saying is, you guys can have cookies, but my family won't.
Oh no! I will sneak cookies to the kids.
But maybe if you could explain sometime what you're doing when it looks like you're talking to yourself, that would be, then I would understand. But to me, it just looks like you're talking to yourself.
You're going on a business trip one of these times, and you'll get to meet these people.
At least inanimate objects. I mean, I know I talk to the computer a lot, but I don't expect
there was a lot of
respond.
swearing involved. Yeah, I get that. A lot of swearing involved. So I definitely understand that.
All right. As you move south, give me a survival awareness, please, for the hallway.
Oh, terrible.
48.
Where was that roll earlier?
Okay.
I exploded, so it's going to be real fun real quick.
I mean, I exploded too, but
I
not in a good
exploded
way.
up.
84 on survival awareness.
Okay. If you have spot hazards, go ahead and give me that. Add that expertise to it.
Just add the expertise to the roll.
Yeah.
And, for both of us, or just
Yeah.
okay?
Anybody who wants to add the spot hazards to help overcome a terrible, explosion down.
It negated my exploding down.
So it would have been a 94 then.
Okay.
48.
All right.
What are hazards?
Expertise.
I got a 70.
Ugh.
I got 180.
You got a what?
Did you just turn on the X-ray vision?
So
Okay,
when
yeah.
I asked if you wanted me to add the spot hazards, I added the spot hazards roll. I did the spot hazards plus the other.
Well, my spot hazards, it's like plus 10 on top of my.
Maybe I did some math wrong, but I got 120.
It's
Ugh.
basically, I just added the rank on.
If you have that,
Expertise. You just add it on top of.
well,
Okay,
Yeah.
so let me redo the math real
So,
quick.
so I'm just
Yeah.
adding the rank. Like
Wow.
I did.
I was going to say, holy
no,
crap.
I know what he did is because Glitch is using version
talked
2
about it.
rules, we're using for his discs when they're loaded, we're using NPC rolls for that. And then he added the entire base rank of spot hazards to that, which is not what I
Yeah.
would have intended.
Because if I had
Okay,
added my entire
that's-
base rank, I would have had 150 something.
That's why I asked.
No.
So original dice roll plus the explosion, I'm looking at 152.
Okay.
A little explosion in there. So, I mean,
I rolled very well with the explosion,
Apparently, yes.
and this time I remembered to add 15
Okay.
plus the one for the dice tray.
Okay. All right.
So and then if
yeah.
you add 10, which is the base for what I have for spot for the
Okay.
other one, it's 160.
All right. Which is really interesting because that means your rolls are going to either be really, really good or potentially really, really bad if you roll that. Multiple D20 is really bad.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that because I have a feeling that will start offsetting each other.
It's going to be a swing factor. I'm either going to swing and connect.
Well, you're gonna swing for the fence and either hit or miss. All right.
He's very accurate for the character, though.
Agreed. All right.
Wow.
So as you're walking through this hallway, you do not see any hazards. This is still the same rough hewn stone up and
Glitch.
down. Glitch is looking and sees that they may be actually part of a simulation. I'm not sure.
He looks at the masonry and thinks, man, in 50 years, this whole place is coming down.
Or just one grenade and it comes down.
He hears the lake waves, crashing against the cliffs.
he hears the in progress evacuation.
Yeah.
He actually knows
Yes.
the exact percentage that they're at.
So
Here's our enemies through the walls.
at the end of this hallway, there is a another door. Let's see here. It's another wooden banded door. Wooden door with iron bands.
I'm not kicking this one this time.
I say let's just try opening it.
Should we push the human at it?
No. Because remember, if we need the magic keys, I'm the only one that can hold them.
Well, yeah, there's a door. You have keys.
You have hands. I have a knife. I mean, what?
I subtly flatten to the side of the hallway just in case.
All right, so
I grabbed the handle.
okay, it's a handle.
I engage the handle.
All right, it clicks, and you can push the door, and the door would actually swing away from you.
I push the door open.
Okay, all right.
Door clicks. We all.
Oh my God.
The hallway fills with flame.
You feel the tension of a small string as it pulls a pin out of a claymore mine.
That 150 really helped feeling that.
Yep. He was aware of it right before it got him.
Okay. In front of you is a another large hallway, about 3 high, about 2 wide, almost 4 long. It's a big hallway. Large round columns line the walls. That same bas relief that you saw in that first room. This is almost identical to that first hall that you entered. There is a you do see on the west wall down here a now very familiar looking double door. The wood door, and it looks very much like the one that it is the one that was in the camera view. I need a survival awareness roll, please. Just awareness, not... Well, if anyone wants to do spot hazards, you can do spot hazards, but I specifically need an awareness.
I did not roll as well this time.
58.
Okay.
79.
Okay.
I didn't roll as well either, but it's still at 81.
Okay.
74 if we're going spot hazards.
All right.
98.
All right. As you are looking, Glitch, as you are looking around at the bas relief that looks very similar, the knights and the robed cultists and that sort of thing, you do notice a spot that is different. It actually has what looks like the cover of a book on it. As you look closer, let me find that.
Is it an Incarnadine grimoire?
It is, in fact,
Is it the primer to climb the Exalted Mountain?
no.
Okay.
Sefer Yetzirah?
Hang on, let me find that.
All the other books that we...
Does it say how to win the mission? You guys are idiots. Please just take the book and read it.
How to summon a demon in 40 days?
It is Latin. on there.
I'll go pick up the book.
It's not an actual physical book. It is a relief of a book built into this bas-relief that has the scene.
Okay. I'll read it. How to succeed at culting without really trying.
Nice try. It actually says Codex Domine Invisibilia. Your translation, I'm not even going to make you roll for this because it's Latin. You would know it.
God, I read Latin on a regular basis.
Yeah, literally, it's titled The Codex of the Invisible Lady.
I would like to make a ancient history roll if that is appropriate to try to see if I've ever heard of that before.
Go ahead.
Who's that lady?
That is an 83.
You have not heard of that before.
Huh. Codex of the Invisible Lady.
Has he not heard of it, or has he probably just never seen her?
I need a soundboard that has the badumps sound on it.
Huh. And it's just a picture. It's not like, it doesn't look like potentially a switch or something I could like push.
I mean, you can push it, but even just kind of feeling it or pushing it, it's not. It doesn't move. It's not a trigger plate. It looks like it's just part of the carved relief.
Huh. Well, that's interesting.
And Glitch, you definitely do not remember seeing this in the original back in the first hallway.
Yeah, I just said in the chat that I would be sharing the information that I saw with the rest of the team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Neuro, you want to see if your keys work on the door?
Yeah, definitely a good idea. I'll first try the iron key.
Okay. So as you approach the wood, it is the lock. The wood around the lock shows a lot of scratches and gouges, and it looks like somebody was messing with like the plate itself. The plate itself looks absolutely pristine. There are scratches along the wall. There are scratches on the wood. But the lock plate itself is absolutely pristine. It's not even rusty. It's not even a patina of age on it. So you cannot insert fully the iron key, the first one that you try.
I'll go to the second key and try it.
Okay. It does not work.
We might have an issue. None of the keys work.
Are you doing it right?
And there definitely wasn't a key anywhere in that room you guys checked out while I was checking on Vlad, right? Like, you did a really thorough sweep of the room.
Not that we saw, but there was a presence there.
Okay.
Was
it an
water.
impressive presence, or was it like a very serious and solemn presence?
I mean,
I hate to do this.
If you want to look, Sapling, you're welcome to do so.
I hate
Just
to
wanted to
do
know what
this
your perception was.
because I hate using these things.
Neuro, you felt like it was very much a serious and solemn type presence.
It was like a serious and solemn type presence.
I'm gonna put the goggles on.
Okay.
And I'm gonna walk back to the chapel.
Where are you putting the goggles on, and what are you looking at when you're putting the goggles on?
I'm just kind of putting them on in this room. I'm probably swinging around because I hear Glitch mutter under his breath, "Invisible lady." and it makes me think in presence that we can't see, and maybe.
Okay. I need a luck roll, please.
Is this defense?
Maybe.
I need a luck roll, please.
I only ask because I have 6th sense.
I know a couple of us never took those off, so.
Okay. For those of you who, first of all, I know Gruff did take his off because he's bounced back and forth between goat.
I have not taken mine off yet.
Yours were blown off in the explosion.
I wouldn't take
with your
mine off.
clothes.
I do actually need to know if my 6th sense applies.
Your 6th sense does not apply.
0.
0 total for luck.
I rolled a 1 and then I exploded down.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. Neuro, would you have kept your goggles on? Because that's actually a very, very valid point, Sapling.
Question for Gruff. If you're not going to use your goggles, can I use them to... Thank you.
Yeah. Yours were...
Bits and bits?
Well, they're certainly charred and cracked.
You get to go turn those in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I would have. I think I would have kept the goggles on.
Okay.
It's tack, of course I kept mine on.
I mean, that's true. All right. So anybody who has theirs on, so in this case, it would be Sapling, Neuro, and 42. When you look at this door, it is glowing bright. Like there is significant magic. Imp, you've turned around and wandered away. That was what the luck was for, was to see if you actually caught it with your goggles or not.
Oh yeah, no. I Imp already had a feeling that's not his goal. He had a feeling it was magic involved there anyway. I mean, the fact that they've been banging on this thing for probably the better part of Lord knows how long. And yeah, no, he has 0 doubt that's magic.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, with all the magic we've been seeing, it's just like, oh, it's
this is brighter than any of the magic that you've seen so far. As a distinct, it's similar wavelength, but very, very bright.
Do we need to make a wish?
Let's pause for 10 seconds and then we'll be right back. And we're back. All right. So during the break, Sapling actually asked a really good question. Would the goggles have shown anything in the room up to the north? And the answer would have been no. Nothing was apparent to Neuro, who would have been, or 42, who would have been the only two who were wearing the goggles at the time in that area. So, all right.
I'm still going to head up there.
All right.
I'll follow you since I hadn't been up there yet.
I'm going to stay in the room where I'm at.
When I get in there, I'm going to go, ladies, was that you?
You get no answer.
Is the presence back?
No.
Okay. Oh, never mind.
It feels empty.
This is out of character. Jessie, are you going to try to have Sapling fix some of the pews?
You know, while that was all going on, I was trying to decide. I think it bothers her to see them in that condition, but like it's not worth the energy to repair them at this point.
Because it's like, as glitch, it hurts that I broke it.
I think just because Sapling is who she is, she would do some, like, she would look around really quick, just like in case they miss something, even though almost everybody else's awareness is higher than hers.
Well, all right. So if you're going up to there, Sapling, you've not been in that room. Go ahead and give me a survival awareness, please.
Okay. Oh, this is logged on. A 10, the highest I've rolled all session.
Woohoo!
The curse is broken.
No, don't say that. Now it's get worse again. 69.
Nice.
You say the die still had a 1 on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you'd see very much as I described it before, big, tall, very much a cathedral feeling. You've got the rotten, there's probably 4, 2 on each side, regular wooden sitting benches that are pretty well rotten from sitting in the water. One of them is broken quite severely. And then there's a kneeling prayer bench up at the front that is also, well, the kneeling shelf is crushed quite well.
And did you say there is like a cross in front of that kneeling bench?
No, there were crosses on the front fascia of the kneeling bench part.
That's gone, actually. By the way. That is completely gone.
Comes up.
You said that when Glitch swept it up, it disappeared.
Most of the pieces did disappear, yes.
The
pieces that had broken off. So there's about a cross and a half left.
There's nothing. That prayer bench wasn't facing anything. You said there's no altar, there's no mural, there's no art, there's no statues. I'm going to go up to that blank wall and just kind of feel it. I don't know.
Okay.
It seems weird that there's just nothing in here.
Give me
I did that already.
Give me a survival awareness roll.
I'm not trying to second guess you. I just it's not there.
It's fair.
I know. I was being silly.
That's a 4. 63.
You do not find, after a little bit of searching, you do not find anything.
At this point, I'm confused as to what's taken so long, so I head up there.
I'm gonna look around in that. I'm gonna look around in that room. Is there a description, like on the relief? Is there like a lady anywhere to be seen on the relief?
No.
How about when I walk into the room with the fountain? Is there a lady anywhere to be seen on the relief from the fountain room?
Give me a survival awareness.
Yeah. That is a 75.
No, you do not see any images or icons or anything of a lady.
It's because she's invisible. All right. In the spot, the pattern, as it were, where the book would be on the relief in the south room, is there what's on the wall? What's on the north room wall, the fountain wall?
Those walls are blank. They're unadorned. The ones up here are unadorned.
Maybe we should just head back.
The bas relief was originally back in this room.
That's what I meant.
Well, you'd have to have 42 undo the duct tape on the wall to get through that one. To get back through there.
Got it. No, sorry. I misunderstood. You're good. I misunderstood which room it was in.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a good thing to do then. Compare the reliefs. We'll get to that if we need to.
Yeah. I head back down to the room with the doors.
I have a weird question. to the GM.
Uh-huh.
I look for seams. Wait, no.
No, I am wondering if as a dryad, it's possible for me to like sense like the memory of like the wood of the bench or whatever. I don't know that this is a practical idea or if it's a practical time for it, but
Speak with Pew.
well, yeah, it's not really speak with plant because it's like it's not alive. But I wonder if I could like sense
Could
the
you
memory.
create-
Bench.
Could you create an ability to do that? Yes.
Okay. Do we want to take the time to do that tonight, or
Again. Actually, the new system is pretty darn quick.
that's true.
Speak with furniture.
It's really easy. You just combine speak with plant and speak
The most
with,
important.
Speak with dead.
That's such a great process. Oh,
Did you want to do that?
Yeah, you've got a good point. It's pretty quick since we streamline some of that stuff.
Find the right paperwork.
But I don't think it's really like straight up the memory of the bench because it's going to be like, oh, there was weight on me. Then there wasn't weight on me. Then there was my. Instead, I got
What
broken.
are you trying to get to? What are you trying to find out?
lots of singing.
Okay,
Or
this is
chanting.
why I'm not sure that this is practical. Like, because if an item is like an item, it's not like a plant anymore. Does it have any kind? Does it absorb or observe or record anything in its vicinity? Or
I mean, that is
As it was-
legitimately the theory of very specific types of residual hauntings.
As
Is-
it was being formed into a bench and it was slowly
Agony.
dying,
Oh
it
God.
was just getting chipped away. This thing is
Right?
insane. Furniture
Right?
is nuts just because it's been tortured to insanity.
Oh, this went to a dark place.
Yes, it
well,
did.
here's how I'm typing it up. Sense the memory of the space surrounding an item or object. Is that too obscure?
Say that again.
Sense the memory of the space surrounding an item or object.
Okay. How far back you want to go on that?
Yeah, that's the problem. This place hasn't been touched in a long time.
So define target as object, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you're eventually going to
Okay.
make this a touch just to keep it cheap, right?
Yeah. Yep.
High plant.
Hi, dead plant. That's a really good question.
You're into improbable at that point.
That's
So
fair.
you're at 60.
I want to talk with this
SC.
ottoman. Not a
So are
person
you
from
thinking-
Turkey,
Um,
an ottoman.
Although, what's your botany skill? What's your
Oh,
base
good
rank
point.
in botany? Science botany,
Check.
or whatever that order is.
I have a base of 36 in science, biology, botany.
Okay. Plus some unknown quality for being, half-dryad.
That's it. Well, we never did figure out what my expertise for faith cast plants is either. I don't know if that
No,
plays into it.
which we do
No,
need
okay.
that will play into it. That will play into your role. Certainly. So if we assume a total of 45 there, that's a minus 20. So you're at 40 to cast that.
Okay. What is my base?
I'm
Yeah,
saying it's
40
a
is-
current, certainly, but so it's not going to last for a long time. But where do we put?
So you think because duration?
We're going
wouldn't
to give you
necessarily-
duration doesn't apply.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, let's make it a +20 to reach back. Broad strokes.
Yeah, broad strokes.
Rough numbers, and probably will change later. Broad strokes, 100 years. Okay.
Oof. Yeah.
And it's going to be a memory dump, legitimately. So it's going to be all kinds of fun impressions more than anything else. Because
to clarify, I don't want all the data. I don't need the whole map.
I wasn't good.
You're going to feel a lot of butts.
Knees. It's a kneeling bench.
This kid wrote on me with a crayon.
I don't know. This is a pretty secure compound. I don't know if there are any kids or crayons down here.
So,
take it up to a 60, you said?
Yeah. So it's a 60 cast SC. What's your current cast?
49.
You've got to have at least 5 points in plant-based expertise since we haven't converted you totally over yet, which we need to do.
Okay.
You're yet another one we need to.
So
that should give you a 54 base, so you'd have to roll a 6 or higher, basically.
Yeah. All right, I'll try it.
All right.
So I'm sorry, what was the target again? You said it was 60.
Target is 60. Your...
Get the news from Hughes.
So your drain is going to be 1 on this one.
Cool.
And it will take you...
Interviews.
2 rounds.
Oh, 2 rounds. Yeah, I got to make a space in my thing for how long the casting time is.
Yep. So 2 rounds to cast, which since we're not in combat, that's fine.
Okay. All right. So I will roll. We'll see if I can make a 60 here.
Okay.
Whoop. Charging cable down. $16. I rolled a 16, guys.
Nice.
It goes up.
It's a miracle.
It goes up. All right.
So you actually
70.
beat that by 10 then, right? Okay.
Yep.
So we're going to stretch it back another 10 years there.
Nice.
Oops, sorry. Wrong one. I was looking at the wrong one. Should still be. No, I'm sorry, that one's still less strain, but it is more powerful. So because this was while you were learning it on the fly, this actually goes to 110 years, not just 100 years of the object.
Ooh.
Okay.
Right.
Still the same drain, still the same target. So as you touch this broken bench, broken prayer bench, you get a lot of impressions. There are some trying to think about how I phrase this. So you get a lot of impressions very, very quickly. And you know what I think I want to do is, even though it's really, really mean to do this, I think I want to go ahead and call the session here and work out this, because I got it. This has to be right for you. So we are going to call the session here. Oh, by the way, remember you get +1 to your plant expertise because you learned a new ability. Yep.
So that only gets you only get the bonus once. So if you have cast,
correct.
Okay, cool. That works for me.
Correct. Yep. So we are going to end it here where you have just communicated with a broken bench.
Interview.
No, why? I felt it break.
So, and then you felt Imp grind his knees into the broken bench. I mean, come on now.
I said I kneeled in the spot where it was, and Glitch said that he swept it up before I did.
It was
some
still
sense of that,
broken in
too.
there.
But
There
my
is still
knees at no
some-
point touched it. I did not break it. That has got to be confirmed. Neuro broke it.
It senses that part of itself was just obliviated.
Oh.
Obliterated.
Oh yeah, we're definitely coming back on this one. So,
Sapling
Yeah.
is shaken and quiet.
let's go ahead and end this here. Let's do Spa's story play awards for the evening. I'm going to start. Sapling, let's go ahead and start with you since you were kind of last one acting there. I want to say legitimately let's go +2 to your cast faith. I know that kind of double dips for you for this session, but so for faith, cast faith, or for faith cast, that would be, let's do +2 for that. Gruff.
Mm-hmm. I
What
looked
all
around
did
a
you-
bunch.
You looked around a bunch, you broke a bench. Not the one that Sapling's reading, but another bench. And you smoked a doobie. So
Yeah.
we keep talking about this. At some point, if we ever do get if we ever get monetized, we're going to be demonetized for that. I'm just saying.
No.
Hey, I'm over here with the. You can't-
No.
Why are they going to demonetize?
mine's perfectly legal.
Hey.
No,
Why are we
no
going to be
rules.
demonetized? Because it is legal in several states.
Legal in
it's
Michigan,
YouTube
baby.
rules. It's YouTube rules, and what is legal is not necessarily monetizable.
Also,
Ask-
several, not all.
Ask any of the various firearms channels what is able to be monetized. Anyways, Gruff, I don't know what to give you. Spot hazard's just, it's too easy and too done.
How about, I was going to say, angelics or...
What else did I do? I tried to
Religion?
talk to the bench. I tried to actually use faith.
That's true. You did, didn't you?
I kind of reached out for something. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you have faith right now?
Define faith.
Do you have any points in faith, in the faith skill right now?
Yes.
Okay.
In the faith skill, I have well, these numbers are weird. Hold on. Yeah, I have 22 points in faith.
Add 2.
Add 2. Okay.
+2 to your core faith. That was a fairly big step for you, yes. Neuro, minus
Yeah,
faith.
talk
No,
to a
I'm kidding.
bench.
You grudgingly talked to a bench, but you did try. You know what?
I still say minus faith because this guy right here doesn't believe in anything. I mean, come on.
No, he does believe in something. He believes in movie stuff, movie magic, legitimately. But go ahead and take plus 1 in your core faith, which will affect a bunch. Glitch.
I did a lot of looking around, used my broom.
You've got an expertise in the melee with a broom, right?
In one of the discs, yes.
We're going to be adding this to your BIOS. So go with +5 to combat melee broom expertise. Since that will be a new BIOS add. Imp.
I made a faith roll.
You actually +2 to your faith.
Yes.
And 42. You really just kind of looked around a lot, didn't you?
This time, yeah.
But you know what? I'm going to reward your spot hazards. Take +4 in spot hazards, the expertise specifically.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think that'll do it. And then we will meet next time and hopefully figure out what is behind what it seems. So we can eventually move on.
We'll listen to a church bench scream.
Hey, is anybody?
Well, Sapling is going to be listening to a church bench scream. Yep. Sapling is going to be feeling a church bench scream.
We're going to be hearing Sapling screaming and crying.
Depending on how well this ability actually works, if it's not like totally ill-advised, I'm going to be sensing memory of a lot of furniture back at like OTA headquarters.
Why do I feel like
you may not want to do that?
I would definitely recommend not doing it on a Wednesday.
What?
Do not go in the IT.
So many butts.
Oh.
Why do I feel like Sapling is going to convert everything over in their room to nothing but metal? Because they've officially felt what wood goes through to be crafted, and they're like, never again.
Hey, just a reminder, there is no crafted furniture in Sapling.
Oh, no, it's all shaped.
It's all organically shaped.
Right. So it'll be fine. Now, all right. So anyways, with that being said, we'll see you guys as we've talked about on prior episodes. Same rat time, same rat channel. So anyways, see you guys. Hey, thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Before you go, do me a favor and like and comment down below. It really helps us out in the algorithms. Also, before you go, if you have not subscribed to us yet, smash that subscribe button over there. And I probably have another video waiting for you to hit and watch right there. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it again. You guys are awesome. This is the One Like a GM. Happy hunting.